The man who masters his mind masters the world. You are not who you think you are. You are not your job. You are not your bank account. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are the master of your mind, or you are its slave. There is no middle ground. Every man walks this earth with a crown on his head. Most men cannot see it. Most men have traded their crown for comfort, traded their throne for a couch, traded their empire for an excuse. But you are here. You are here because something inside you has woken up. Something ancient, something hungry, something that refuses to die quietly in a cubicle. The world tells you that your thoughts are harmless. The world tells you that your mind is just a machine, but the world is lying. Your mind is not a machine. It is a battlefield. And every single day you are either winning or losing. There is no draw. There is no tie. There is no I'll try again tomorrow. Every thought you entertain is either a soldier in your army or a traitor in your camp. Every thought. The man who masters his mind masters the world, not because he is stronger than the world, but because he is stronger than himself. And that is the only battle that matters. That is the only war that has ever mattered. The war within. Do you understand what you are fighting? You are fighting the old you that woke up late, the old you that hit snooze, the old you that scrolled through other men's lives while your own life burned, the old you that made promises and broke them, the old you that whispered, tomorrow, the old you that believed in tomorrow more than today. That man is dead. You killed him, and if you haven't killed him yet, you will, because the new you cannot rise until the old you is buried, deep 6 feet under, with a stone on top, and a name that means nothing. Every morning you wake up to a choice. The choice is not between easy and hard. The choice is between who you are and who you could be. The choice is between the man who masters his mind and the man who is mastered by his moods. One of those men gets everything. The other gets nothing. One builds an empire. The other builds excuses. One leaves a legacy. The other leaves a regret. You think your thoughts are small? You think that little voice in your head is just noise? That little voice is the architect of your entire life. Every building you will ever stand in was once a thought. Every business you will ever admire was once a thought. Every book that changed your life was once a thought. Every relationship that healed you was once a thought. Every victory you have ever achieved was once a thought. And every defeat you have ever suffered was once a thought. Thoughts become things. This is not poetry. This is physics. This is the law of the universe. What you hold in your mind, you hold in your hands. What you dwell on, you become. What you obsess over, you attract. What you fear, you summon. What you desire, you build. What you ignore, you destroy. Napoleon Hill taught this. He spent a lifetime studying the men who built the world. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. They were not smarter than you. They were not luckier than you. They did not have more time than you. They had one thing that separated them from every other man who walked the earth. They mastered their minds. They controlled their thoughts. They pointed their minds at a target and never, ever looked away. You look away. You look away at the phone. You look away at the screen. You look away at the noise. You look away at the chaos. You look away at the distraction. You look away at the easy path. You look away because looking away is comfortable. Looking away is safe. Looking away is the path of the weak. But you are not weak. You are here. You are reading these words. You are hungry. You are desperate for something more. You are desperate for the version of yourself that exists in your dreams. That version is real. That version is waiting. But that version will only emerge when you stop looking away. when you lock your eyes on the prize, when you chain your mind to your purpose, when you refuse to let a single thought escape that does not serve your mission. Every man has a mission. Some men know it. Most men don't. Most men wander. Most men drift. Most men wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and repeat. And then they die. And then they are forgotten. And then the world moves on as if they never existed. Is that you? Is that your legacy? A name on a headstone. A memory that fades within a generation. A life that added nothing to the world. No, you are not that man. You are the man who masters his mind. You are the man who takes control. You are the man who builds a kingdom inside his own skull. And from that kingdom, he rules the world. From that fortress, he launches his campaign. From that throne, he commands his destiny. But first, you must clean the house. Your mind is a house. And right now, it is cluttered. It is filled with junk, with old resentments, with old fears, with old doubts, with old lies you told yourself, with old stories that no longer serve you, with old identities that are holding you back. It is time to clean house. It is time to throw out everything that does not belong. It is time to disinfect the corners of your consciousness. It is time to fumigate the rooms of your soul. The man who masters his mind does not allow negative thoughts to take root. He plucks them like weeds. He destroys them before they grow. He starves them of attention. He refuses to feed the monster of self-doubt. He refuses to water the garden of fear. He refuses to fertilize the soil of regret. He builds a fortress of positive, powerful, purpose-driven thought, and he guards that fortress with his life. You must guard your mind like a soldier guards a city. You must patrol the walls. You must watch the gates. You must inspect every thought that tries to enter. Does this thought serve my purpose? Does this thought make me stronger? Does this thought bring me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, you cast it out. You do not negotiate with it. You do not debate it. You do not reason with it. You destroy it immediately, without hesitation, without mercy. This is the discipline of the mind. This is the practice of the master. This is the habit of the man who will change the world. He does not entertain idle fantasies. He does not indulge in worry. He does not rehearse failure. He rehearses victory. He visualizes success. He imagines the life he wants with such vivid detail that it becomes more real than the life he is living. And because it is real in his mind, it becomes real in his world. You think this is magic? You think this is wishful thinking? No. This is the science of achievement. Your brain does not know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. When you visualize success, your brain fires the same neurons as if you were actually succeeding. When you rehearse victory, your body prepares for victory. When you imagine wealth, your mind opens to the opportunities that create wealth. When you picture discipline, your muscles remember discipline. The man who masters his mind is the man who rewires his own brain. He does not accept the wiring he was born with. He does not accept the programming he received from his parents. He does not accept the conditioning of his culture. He takes his brain to the workshop. He opens it up. He replaces the faulty circuits. He upgrades the software. He installs new beliefs. He overwrites the old operating system. He becomes a self-made man in the truest sense of the word. You are the programmer. You are the architect. You are the sculptor. And your mind is the clay. What will you build? Will you build a monument to your greatness? Or will you build a tomb for your potential? The choice is yours. It has always been yours. It will always be yours. Every second of every day, you are choosing. You are choosing to think a certain thought. You are choosing to feel a certain feeling. You are choosing to believe a certain belief. Most men make these choices unconsciously. They are puppets on strings. They are robots running old code. They are victims of their own mind. But you are awake. You are watching. You are the observer. You are the chooser. And because you are the chooser, you are the master. Napoleon Hill said that the universe responds to the dominant thought of the mind. The dominant thought. Not the occasional thought, not the wish, not the hope. The dominant thought. The thought that occupies your attention most of the time. The thought that you return to again and again. The thought that lives in your heart and burns in your soul. That thought is your master. And if that thought is not what you want it to be, you are a slave. What is your dominant thought? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it anxiety? Is it anger? Is it resentment? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it I can't? Is it I'm not good enough? Is it they're better than me? Is it it's too late? Is it what if I fail? If any of these are your dominant thoughts, you must change them. You must change them today. You must change them now. You must change them in this moment. Because your dominant thought is your destiny. The man who masters his mind makes his dominant thought his purpose. His purpose is his anchor. His purpose is his compass. His purpose is his North Star. When the storms come, he does not lose his way. When the winds blow, he does not drift. When the waves crash, he does not sink. He stands. He stands because he knows where he is going. He stands because he knows why he is going there. He stands because his purpose is stronger than his fear. Definiteness of purpose. Napoleon Hill wrote that this is the starting point of all achievement. Not vague desire, not wishful thinking, not I hope so, not maybe someday. Definiteness, certainty, unwavering, unshakable, unbreakable certainty. The man who masters his mind does not wonder if he will succeed. He knows. He knows with every fiber of his being. He knows with every beat of his heart. He knows with every breath in his lungs. He knows. And because he knows, the universe moves to meet him. Have you ever seen a man with this certainty? He walks differently. He speaks differently. He looks differently. His eyes burn with a fire that cannot be extinguished. His voice carries a weight that cannot be ignored. His presence commands a respect that cannot be faked. That man is not lucky. That man is not gifted. That man has simply decided. He decided to master his mind. And in mastering his mind, he mastered the world. You can be that man. You can be that man today. It does not take years. It does not take months. It takes a decision, one decision. One decision to take control of every thought that enters your mind. One decision to reject every thought that does not serve you. One decision to plant the flag of your purpose in the soil of your soul. One decision. And then one decision after that. And then one decision after that. Until every decision you make is aligned with the man you are becoming. But you must understand the cost. The cost is everything. The cost is your comfort. The cost is your ease. The cost is your excuses. The cost is your victimhood. The cost is your right to complain. The cost is your right to blame. The cost is your right to say, I can't. When you master your mind, you lose the luxury of mediocrity. You lose the pleasure of giving up. You lose the safety of staying small. You lose the warmth of the herd. You step out of the cave. You step into the light. And once you are in the light, you can never go back. The old you will try to pull you back. The old you will whisper lies. The old you will remind you of your failures. The old you will tell you that you are not capable. The old you will say, who do you think you are? The old you will laugh at your ambition. The old you will mock your dreams. The old you will try to drag you down to the grave of mediocrity. But the new you is stronger. The new you is the master. And the master does not listen to the slave. You must kill the old you every single day. Every morning, you wake up and you put the old you to death. You do not let him out of the cage. You do not let him have a vote. You do not let him have a voice. He is dead. He is gone. He is a corpse in the rearview mirror. And you are driving toward the sun. The man who masters his mind does not look back. He does not dwell on past mistakes. He does not regret past choices. He does not mourn past losses. He learns. He grows. He moves. He advances. He understands that the past is a classroom, not a prison. He takes the lesson and leaves the pain behind. He takes the wisdom and leaves the wound behind. He takes the strength and leaves the weakness behind. And he looks forward. He looks forward to the life he is building. He looks forward to the wealth he is creating. He looks forward to the legacy he is establishing. He looks forward to the man he is becoming. That man is already real. That man exists in the future. And the future is calling to you. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you taste it? The future is calling your name. The future is saying, come. The future is saying, rise. The future is saying, become who you were meant to be. But the voice of the future is quiet. It is drowned out by the noise of the world. It is drowned out by social media. It is drowned out by news. It is drowned out by gossip. It is drowned out by triviality. It is drowned out by distraction. You must silence the noise. You must sit in the silence. You must listen to the voice inside. That voice is your purpose. That voice is your calling. That voice is your destiny. And when you hear it, you must obey it. The man who masters his mind obeys his inner voice. He does not obey the crowd. He does not obey the culture. He does not obey the trends. He does not obey the opinions of others. He obeys the voice of his own soul. That voice is the voice of God. That voice is the voice of the universe. That voice is the voice of his higher self. And that voice will never lead him astray. You have ignored that voice for too long. You have turned away from it. You have covered your ears. You have drowned it out with entertainment. You have drowned it out with alcohol. You have drowned it out with work. You have drowned it out with relationships. You have done everything to avoid hearing it, because hearing it means you have to do something about it. Hearing it means you have to change. Hearing it means you have to leave your comfort zone. Hearing it means you have to become someone else. And that is terrifying. But the terror is the price of greatness. Every man who ever built something great was terrified. Every man who ever left a legacy was terrified. Every man who ever changed the world was terrified. But they did it anyway. They did it because their fear of staying the same was greater than their fear of changing. They did it because their hunger for success was greater than their hunger for safety. They did it because their vision of the future was greater than their attachment to the past. You must do the same. You must be terrified and act anyway. You must be afraid and move anyway. You must be uncertain and trust anyway. You must be uncomfortable and grow anyway. The man who masters his mind does not wait for the fear to disappear. He acts in spite of the fear. He acts in spite of the doubt. He acts in spite of the uncertainty. And in acting, he conquers the fear. In moving, he defeats the doubt. In achieving, he destroys the uncertainty. The mastermind principle. Napoleon Hill taught this as well. You cannot do this alone. The man who masters his mind surrounds himself with other masters. He builds a circle of men who share his purpose. He aligns himself with minds that are stronger than his own. He borrows the strength of others. He lends his strength to others. Together, they form a force that is unstoppable. Together, they build an empire that cannot be destroyed. Together they create a legacy that will outlast them all. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they lifting you up? Are they dragging you down? Are they challenging you? Are they comforting you? Are they pushing you? Are they holding you back? The men you spend time with become the men you become. If you want to master your mind, you must stand with those who have mastered theirs. If you want to build wealth, you must stand with those who have built it. If you want to leave a legacy, you must stand with those who are building theirs. You must be ruthless about this. You must cut ties with the weak. You must distance yourself from the negative. You must separate from the complacent. You must leave behind the comfortable. You must walk away from the mediocre. You must choose your company with the same intentionality that you choose your thoughts. Because the company you keep is a reflection of your mind, and your mind is everything. The man who masters his mind is a man of action. He does not just think great thoughts. He translates those thoughts into deeds. He takes his vision and turns it into reality. He takes his purpose and turns it into progress. He takes his ambition and turns it into achievement. Every day he does something. Every day he moves forward. Every day he builds something. Every day he grows. Small steps, consistent steps, unrelenting steps. That is how you master your mind. That is how you change your life. That is how you build your empire, not in a single leap, not in a single moment, but in the accumulation of thousands of small decisions, thousands of small actions, thousands of small victories. And each victory builds on the last. Each success creates momentum. Each achievement strengthens your belief, and your belief is the engine of your destiny. Believe in yourself, believe in your purpose, believe in your ability, believe in your destiny. Believe that you are meant for greatness. Believe that you have something unique to offer. Believe that the world needs what you have. Believe that you can do what you set your mind to. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. And then prove it. Prove it with your actions. Prove it with your discipline. Prove it with your persistence. Prove it with your sacrifice. Prove it with your refusal to quit. Prove it with your refusal to settle. Prove it with your refusal to be average. Prove it. Every single day. Prove it. The old you is dead. The new you is born. The new you masters his mind. The new you controls his thoughts. The new you directs his focus. The new you commands his destiny. The new you builds his legacy. The new you leaves his mark. The new you changes the world. And it starts right now. Right now, in this moment. Right now, as you read these words. Right now, you make the decision. You decide that from this moment forward, you are the master of your mind. You decide that no thought enters your head without your permission. You decide that no fear paralyzes your action. You decide that no doubt derails your purpose. You decide that no distraction steals your focus. You decide that no failure defeats your spirit. You decide. And the moment you decide, everything changes. The universe shifts. The doors open. The path appears. The resources arrive. The people show up. The opportunities manifest. All because you decided. All because you mastered your mind. All because you became the man you were always meant to be. The man who masters his mind masters the world. That man is you. Now go. Go and claim your crown. Go and build your kingdom. Go and leave your legacy. The world is waiting. Your destiny is calling. And the time is now.